This is the live stream coverage presented by Off the Rails TV. Off the Rails TV is supported by USA Slalom Skateboarding and Skate King Skateboards. We're out here for the first day of the Luna Slalom Jam, like I said, in Brandon, Mississippi. We have a beautiful hill here, getting the GS started here. We got night racing under the lights, so it should be exciting. I took a quick run through the course. The course feels great. It's a pretty fast course, not too fast, but it's definitely got some good speed and good set course. So should be a great weekend of racing. Thank you to Roadkill Racing and Mississippi Grassroots Racing for putting on this race. Josh Bird, Ricky Bird, and Sarah Bird have been amazing putting on this race. So thank you guys for that. So. We're just getting started here. The first runs are just starting now, so we'll be getting started with the live coverage as we speak. So, awesome.
All right, we're almost getting back up to speed here. So all the riders tonight are really amateurs. There are pro designations. Unfortunately, right now you can't really make a living off slalom skateboarding, but you can win some money. So the top riders have a chance to win some money tonight.
Where do I send it? Joe out?
And then generally, sponsors will also donate some prizes. So most everybody can go away with a little bit of a prize for participating in the race. All right, looks like our timer is ready to go again. So Scott, let's have a hand for our timekeeper, Stephen Blaine, all the way from Houston, Texas.
Yeah, we got Stephen Blaine out here doing the timing, so thank you to him.
All right, here's Scott Kamens.
Here we got Scott Kamens coming down.
More cowbell. Our next rider up will be our host sponsor, Ricky Bird. Our host, Ricky Bird.
All right, Scott coming across the bottom here. Looking good.
All right, Scott Kamens crosses with a 19.6, so that puts him right now into second place behind Ben Buckles. Here is Ricky, finish line, Bird. Look at that custom board, custom socks. He's got a custom.
All right, here we got Ricky Bird coming up. Ricky is the head organizer of this event.
Anytime after the first beat, Ricky will be ready to go. Let's hear it for our host. All right, Ricky Bird, also known as Bird Dog, on the course.
Here comes Ricky, looking really good, looking fast.
Always has those arms counterbalancing himself.
Gets one cone there towards the bottom.
That's going to add 2/10 to his time.
0.2 of a second is going to be the cone penalty for tonight.
Just a little bit, but with the cone, it's going to be 18.333. So Ben Buckles is right now still in first place. Our next rider up is all the way from Cincinnati, Ohio, Bobby Thomas. Bobby's going to try to beat them all.
All right, next up we got Bobby Thomas coming down.
All right. So again,
Always fun to see Bobby out. He's one of the most exciting and fun people.
on the course.
Big wakeboarder coming through. He's been out of the slalom scene super seriously for a little while, but great to see him back in here.
18.81. So with one cone added to it, that is just over the 18-second mark. 18.017. So right now, Bobby Thomas is in first place.
So that run takes Bobby into first place.
Frankie Rosario, she's all the way from
Next up we have Frankie Rosario. Frankie is one of our USA Slalom Skateboarding National Team members. She qualified in Texas Sizzler, getting that last chance spot for the team there. So stoked to see her out here racing. Frankie used to be racing slalom quite a bit more back in like 2015 time, and kind of got out of it for a little while, but she's back into it now. Frankie's a great all-around skater. Skates freestyle, downhill, pools. So here she comes. She had 2 cones up there at the top, but looking really fast, looking powerful down here through the bottom. So unfortunately, those 2 cones, but hopefully that won't be too big of a issue for her.
Yeah, they hate hitting the cones, that's for sure. It's a tough penalty on GS. It's 0.2 per cone. That adds up really quick.
Going on because the rankings are rising as we go. Next up, we got Chris Favero. He's all the way from Chi-Town, Chicago, Illinois.
And we got Chris Favero, CFEV. Chris is out of Chicago. Pizza chef down there. Actually, more than just a pizza chef. I think he isn't doing quite as much with the pizza shop anymore, but looks like he got a couple cones there. Probably not going to be super excited with this run, but...
Oh, no.
Oh, yeah, it looks like it's a DQ on cones.
So you can hit 5, but you can't hit 6.
So that run is what's called a DQ, or disqualification, just for that run. But he gets 2 more runs, so he needs to get a time in both of those in order to get a combined time, but it's not 2. Next up, we've got all the way from Houston, League City, Texas, to be precise, Marcos Soulsby Monroy. Marcos is the organizer of the Texas Sizzler event every year down in Houston, outside Houston. All right, we are making sure that is the course reset.
All right, coming up next here, we're going to have Marcos Soulsby Monroy. Marcos is the organizer of the Texas Sizzler, where we were just at last month. Marcos coming through, looking pretty smooth. Looks like he had 2 cones so far, so coming across looks like a good run there for Marcos.
We have to get whoever that photographer is to stop coming out.
So 17.8 plus a couple of cones, that puts Marcos at 18.4. So right now, Bobby Thomas is still our leader. Ben Buckles in second. Next rider up from Louisville, Kentucky, Jeremy Kaufman.
Next up, we got Jeremy Kaufman coming down.
All right, Jeremy, you ready?
It's a beautiful night out here in Brandon. It's like 75 degrees, a little bit of a breeze.
Heck yeah, it was hot earlier, but it's really cooled down and it's really nice. Gotta love that. We're gonna have to evict this photographer who's right in the way, but hopefully we can get somebody to tell him.
So we have an 18.48 raw time. So it looks like our times are settling around the 18-second mark.
Need to ask Jeremy.
Okay, so we had 2 cones on that run. It's a little hard to see some of the course from right where I'm at because the lights are shining directly towards us.
All right, so taking a look at the leaderboards here. Let's see what we got going on so far. Got Bobby Thomas, followed by Ben Buckles, followed by Frankie Rosario, and Ricky Bird. We haven't had all of the racers come through yet, so this might change. Next up here, we got Chris Larson.
All right, Chris Larson on the course. Oh yeah, he's driving it. He's looking
Chris Larson looking really good. Charging down here through the bottom.
Some of the offset cones, but man, he has got it dialed in.
Looking really good there, coming across the finish line.
19.66 raw, looks like 1 cone. All right, we got one code, thank you. So right now that puts Chris into 8th place. But again, it's the top 2 times combined that are going to determine everybody's standing. Our next rider up is a veteran rider. His name is Paul Graff. He is from Alton, Illinois, just a little north of St. Louis. And Paul, wait for that first.
Next up, we have Paul Graff coming through. Paul Graff makes boards with Jonathan Harms, JBH PG boards. See a lot of people out here riding them this weekend. Obviously, Harms and Paul. All 3 of the birds are now riding JBH boards, and they make great boards. They're really beautiful. Paul Graff coming across. Looks like a pretty good run. Had a couple cones there, but nothing too bad.
Pretty good raw time, but that's going to add a second to it. So 19.55 for his first Paul Graff. All right, next up we have originally a local boy, now living in Nashville, Tennessee. This is Josh Bird.
Right, next up we have Josh Bird. Josh originally is from this area, near the Jackson, Mississippi area, now living in Nashville. Josh is one of the top pros in the U.S. right now, one of our national team riders, and also working as the secretary for USA Slalom Skateboarding. See Josh charging there. Looks like a great run. Wow, 16.072. So that's definitely going to put Josh into first place by about 2 seconds, it looks like.
Our next rider up is Jennifer Copa. Jennifer's from California.
We got Josh here. Josh, that last run just put you into first place. How are you feeling tonight?
This is a super fun course. It's flowy. You have to kind of pump at the top here to kind of work towards the finish line, but it's really nice. I love it.
Yeah, it's a great hill, great course, so should be fun. Awesome. Thanks, Josh. Ripping. Here comes Jennifer Copa. You saw her there coming through as we were talking to Josh. Coming through, I think that is a clean run. Looks really fast.
That put Jennifer into 7th place right now.
That will put Jennifer into 7th
place.
place.
Who is a fast rider. This is Sarah Bird Compton.
Next up, we have Sarah Bird Compton. Sarah is Josh's sister, also originally from the Jackson, Mississippi area. So another local.
All right, Sarah, wait for that first beat, but we'll run you.
Sarah, also one of our national team riders. Sarah's been racing really great these last 2 years. The Bird's just kind of getting back into the sport. She won the World's Women Amateur Championship this year. It looks like she had 1 cone there, but great overall run. Sarah, if you guys haven't seen, recently started a media company with Slalom Skateboarding. It's called Stoked Slalom Collective. So make sure to check out their YouTube channel. They had a vlog behind the scenes for the Texas Sizzler race, and then they're going to be having a behind the scenes vlog coming out for the Luna Slalom Jam as well. So make sure you check out Stoked.
Championships in August or September. She is a veteran racer. She rides downhill, she rides parts, she rides everything.
All right, next up we got Issa Ruiz.
You basically have to trust the grip of your wheels when you go around those wide offsets, and Issa is doing that.
Issa coming through, had 1 cone there.
She gave up 1 cone.
Nice run for Issa.
She had a raw time of 18.894. I think the headwind is kicking up a little bit here, so the head, wind in your face is going to slow you down, definitely, even on a steep hill like this. All right, our next rider up is
Next up, we're going to have 17-time women's world champion. She recently got inducted, or is getting inducted into the Hall of Fame this year, Skateboarding Hall of Fame, Lynn Kramer. So here comes Lynn. This is definitely going to be another fast run, trying to get up there with Josh. Coming through, looking good so far.
Greatest women's slalom skater ever, and one of the greatest, regardless, than women or anybody else. That was a
Great
time
run
of
there for Lynn.
16.874 for Lynn. Real good time, and she almost never hits cones, and I don't think she hit one then. So that puts Lynn into second place.
So that will put Lynn into second place.
Right now, Bobby Thomas. Next up, from Austin, Texas, we have got Lou Statman. Lou is also on the World Skate team. He also went to Argentina in 2022 and skated in the World Championships.
All right, and I'm actually going to take a little run here, so I'm going to hand it off to Maria. Yep. So I'll be back with you guys here in a little bit. Thank you, Maria.
Good luck, Joe. Here comes Lou out of Austin, Texas, blazing down the hill. He's excited to be going to Italy this year with USA Team National for the World Skate Games Italia. It looked fast, yeah. Jonathan is saying it looked fast, and it was, apparently. 6/10? Holy moly, I think somebody had the wind at their back, yeah? I do feel a breeze hitting my face, and I'm down here at the bottom of the course, so...
We have the brown bomber himself, Richie Carrasco from Garden Grove, California. Richie is an absolute legend in skateboarding. I don't have enough time right now. I'll keep talking later to tell you more about it.
That's my man Richie C, aka Brown Bomber. Let's see how he's doing on the GS today. He's been having a bit of a hard time lately with his back problems. Oh no, we didn't like that. Not another one too. Oh man, wow. Not going to be happy with that one. He's got too bad.
So that'll be put him in the low 18s. Our next rider up is from Ashland, Kentucky. Ashland, Kentucky. This is Joseph Kyle Smith. He rides for a crew called Haas, Hillbilly Outlaw Slalom Skaters, or sometimes known
as That's right. He's also on Skate King Skateboards team and Turbo Wheels. He's one of our star pupils. All right, here he comes. We call him the Energizer Bunny. He's got a lot of energy, this one. Yeah. Looking good. Got Richie over here getting some refreshment.
So Lou Statman is going to be our next here. He's currently in first place.
Woohoo!
And Lou Statman's going to take over microphone duties. We got 2 riders left, and then we're back up on the top of the course.
So we got Joe McLaren.
Hey everybody. That run felt wonderful.
Getting ready to take his first run officially in a race since he had his major back surgery in January of this year. He has made an amazing recovery, trying really hard to do everything the doctors told him, physical therapy constantly. We got Joe McLaren gearing up for his round. And right now... Jonathan Barnes. Didn't like that one. He did not like that, as we heard. Never like hitting those cones right at the end, that's for sure. So I think that gave him 2. That's Jonathan that just flew by, just came by, and he was on the mic earlier. And
In our warm-ups here, now it's night, and it's kind of hard to see. It's kind of hard to see the cones right now down here because it's different than when we were doing warm-ups. I think Joe's coming up real quick here. The Beast, Joe McLaren.
all right, thanks, Richie. We're rooting for Joe. Here comes Joe.
Joe McLaren.
Woo!
Come on, Joe.
Looking pretty, smoking fast there.
Watch it right here.
Go, Joe, go.
Yeah!
Woo!
From the ground.
Now that is something cool to see.
In a 16.350.
16.350 for Joe Mack.
That's it for Joe McLaren.
Joe Mack is back.
All right, Joe.
We got us a Joe Mack.
Good run.
And so that was the last run in this first round. And we're going to start back at the top. We have 21 riders, including Joe Mack. That was a great run by Joe. He's currently sitting in 4th, which isn't too bad after being off a skateboard for all these months and not racing. Congratulations, Joe. Now we got Scott Kamens.
Coming up to the road. Where the urethane meets the road, I guess. Pumping up the hill. Clean so far.
So after that first round, we have
Run for Scott.
in first place, we have Lou Statman. Joseph Kyle Smith is in second. Then we have Josh Bird is bumped down to 3rd somehow. It's crazy. And then we got Joe Mack coming in 4th, which was awesome to see.
Had a good run last time. Was he in first place for a bit? And off we go.
Not doing too bad if I just pump that top.
Scott.
And not hitting cones.
I know. It's dark now. It's different.
Don't hit cones, Richie.
I know.
No hitting cones.
Get your camera.
Clean it up.
All right, one go for Kevin. Going up the hill.
Kevin, come down. Come on, buddy. Oh, yeah.
Why not?
Shh. All right. Wakanda.
Wakanda forever.
Yeah. There's one of our racers from Wakanda, Illinois.
Ben Buckle.
All right, so taking a look here on the screen, this is your top 10 leaderboard after the first run. So yeah, Lou Statman, Joseph Kyle Smith, Josh Bird, Joe McLaren.
4? You got 4?
Who we got? Who's coming down now, Joe? Who do we got here? This?
I think this is Ben Buckles.
Yep, that's what I was just about to say. It's Ben Buckles. All right, looking good. That was a good run for Ben. Look good there.
That's that one go.
One cone.
Next up in the order here,
There goes Ben.
Ricky Bird.
Next up, we got Ricky Bird,
The myth.
the organizer of this event.
The man, the myth, the organizer.
The man, the myth, the organizer.
Where is he? Yes, a round of applause for our master,
Let's hear it.
master race director.
Road Jill Racing, ready to run.
And this is our first time on this. This is a brand new hill for the Luna Skate Jam.
Smooth, classic style.
Ricky coming down.
Going through the crossing intersection, a little bit dark.
Here he comes.
Coming up the hill. Smooth style and across the line.
Great run there for Ricky.
3.335. Clean run for Mr. Ricky Bird.
Nice. Nice and clean. We love that.
Always love to get a clean run.
All right.
There he goes, Roadkill Racing.
All right, coming up here, we're going to have Bobby Thomas.
Bobby's in the offsets. Running clean so far. Cutting across the course. All right, he's in the intersection.
Looking really good. Bobby had a great time on his first run. He had 18.0, so that put him into 7th place for the first run.
And right after he came through the finish line, I felt a massive tailwind hit me, but I don't think it was pushing him. I think it just kicked up right after he crossed the finish line. Or who knows, maybe it came with him. He brought the wind.
Anytime after the beats. Anytime after the first beat. All right, Frankie's in course.
All right, we have Frankie Rosario coming down.
Is this Frankie? Francesca Frankie.
All right, making her way up the hill. Wrong time.
Got a little distracted on that one. Sorry, folks. Doing too many jobs here.
Chicago, Illinois. CFAB. Gonna clean this run up. Go fast. All right, CFAB's in course.
Got Chris Faverio, CFAB coming through.
Time 18.278.
So we got C Favero, but we don't have Nate Favero. I thought they'd be maybe both here. Nate is Chris's son. He lives in Northern California now, and maybe he's too involved in the snow season to make it down here to Mississippi just yet.
From Houston, Texas.
Here we have Marcus Soulsby Monroy.
But as we said, every rider, their ranking is going to be determined by their two fastest runs combined. So you got to get a time in at least 2 runs, otherwise you're going to be tied for last. All right, that was a good run for Marcos. I didn't see any cones down. 17.935.
All right. Marcos is also an amazing race organizer, being the head of the Texas Outlaws, and we just made it back a month ago from the Texas Outlaw Sizzler number 19. That's in Hockley, Texas, at their Soapbox Derby Hill. So that's always great.
Here we have Jeremy Kaufman coming down. Looks like hitting some cones already there at the top.
Nice.
So that was a raw time of 17.88 for Jeremy with 3 cones. So that'll be a 18.2. Oh, 4 cones. All right. My bad.
And then let's see here.
Next up will be Chris Larson, local
Chris
local
Larson.
hero. Chris Larson. He got a time in his first run, so he's going to try and get a second time here, and then he'll really pull out all the stops for the third one. Okay, Chris, whenever you are ready, wait for that first beep and then charge it. All right, Chris is looking more confident with every run he takes. He's truly charging the course now. It gets a little tricky to see sometimes under the lights here. That was a good run. I saw 3 cones down. 18.881. So Chris is in the books with 2 times. next rider up is from Illinois, Paul Graff. Makes his own skateboard.
All right, next up we have Paul Graff.
He makes them really well as well. Okay, see what Paul has on the course this time.
Paul's first run, he hit 5 cones, so definitely going to be trying to clean that up.
This run looking real good for Paul.
Looking a lot better so far.
On his last one, he had 5 cones. This one's looking much better.
Clean so far.
Fast. Looks clean. Good job, Paul.
So that's a clean run for Paul Graff.
2-3-5, and that's a clean run. So he's going to hope to throw away that first run of his, and then pick his third one, his next best run. Okay,
Well, that's definitely much better. I'm sure he's pleased with that.
For sure.
looks like third place after the first run, and he is right up there.
So now we have Josh Bird about to come down. Josh was the leader after his first run, but then Lou Statman passed him up, as well as Joseph Kyle Smith. So he's currently sitting in third place. Going to look to improve on that for sure. Looking really good. Josh is looking really smooth and powerful. Been skating really great lately. Clean run.
That's a clean run with a 16.60.
16.60.
Looks like there's some variable wind tonight.
So a little bit slower than his other run. But we are seeing the wind. It seems like the wind's kind of swirling a little bit.
Yeah, I feel it kind of moving my hair in all different directions. So
Yeah, it's like we're getting a tailwind and then a headwind. It's hard to keep up.
in Texas, we have a great flag at the top of the hill, and we can always see what's happening with the wind. And here in Luna, I'm just going by my hair. Whichever way my hair is blowing.
Here comes Jennifer Copa.
Nice one,
Great
Jen.
run there from Jen.
Woo. Nice and clean.
My hair's almost getting long enough at this point.
I think we can both do the hair trick, Joe. I mean, we got it going on. We're the hair twins.
Yeah. Maybe I just need to dye my mullet purple.
There, hey, all right, please do. Or maybe you should be blue so you can compliment me. There we go.
All right, we got Sarah Burr-Compton coming through.
Those bird people are really fast.
They are.
The family
They've been
is
ripping.
fast. Woohoo.
17.3. It's a great run.
7/10 better? Wow.
Wow.
That's great.
That is...
Congrats, Sarah.
It may not really sound like that long of a time to most people just watching. 7/10 of a second seems like nothing.
Seems like nothing, but
But-
it is so critical in this game.
I mean, 7/10 of a second is
It's an
insane.
eternity.
It really is.
Who we got now? This looks like Isa Ruiz. Here she comes. New Mexico. The girl from New Mexico. She's charging. Isa's back with a vengeance. Nice,
Oh my
Isa.
goodness. 17.774. She improved by more than a second.
All right.
2 seconds.
So it's cooling off. I think times are going to get faster, yeah? Maybe times are getting faster. It's cooling off, I think.
19-time women's world champion.
There's definitely a wind blowing, too. It's almost like a tailwind at the moment.
Right. Yeah, with the wind and the asphalt, we might see a little bit faster times. So here we have Lynn Kramer.
Lynn looks fast.
And with that, that means that I need to get going. So I'll leave you back with Maria.
Maria here, running a solo show. Joe's on his way up to take some of the order, and then we'll be back up at the top right after Joe. So here we got Lou Statman, and
Smith.
He hasn't maintained his lead so far. It looks like Josh jumped back up there. Here comes Lou.
Lou is riding some 80mm wheels. Those are some of the biggest ones available.
He's got the big boys on his board.
Got a stout, muscular build, so he doesn't lose much momentum. That is a 15.9 for Lou. So not quite as fast as his first run, but right now he is, as of 2 runs, he is definitely in first place, retaining first place.
Oh, wow.
Next up,
so he did
the legend,
get back
Brown
up there.
Bomber, Richie Carrasco from Diamond Grove, California, Skate King's CEO, co-CEO. Also the 360 King.
That's right. We got Richie. I know he wants to run cleaner this time,
So
he told
Richie
me.
is an all-around skater. He has skated parks, he has skated freestyle, he skates slalom. He can do it all. Got the most amazing balance of pretty much any human
All
being
right,
I've
this
ever
is looking
seen.
good. Come on, Richie.
A time of 17.236 for Richie. So I believe that improves on his first run as well.
Definitely no cones. That's going to help. Nice and clean. Good
And,
job.
All right, so we have got 3 riders left, and then we are back to the top of the order for our 3rd and final run.
Yeah.
So right now, our current second place rider, Joseph Kyle Smith, had a first run time of 15.793.
That's right. We got Joseph Kyle Smith, who is currently sitting in the,
All right. So
looks like
Joseph
second,
Kyle Smith
or,
is ready to
well,
go.
we
He's
got-
going to try to take that top spot
he
away
was
from
second.
Lou
We'll see
Statman.
what's happening now. We got Lynn Kramer in second, so that's pretty exciting.
So Kyle gives away about 80 pounds to Lou Statman and Joe McLaren, but he makes up for it with a lot of quickness.
Looking good. He's got great style, that kid.
15.786.
Woo!
So almost, that's only 7 thousandths of a second different from his first run. I think Lou Statman still has the edge on him by just a little bit. It's real close. And so our second to last rider up right now is going to be the, how many times, Joe? 8-time overall men's world champion slalom rider, Joe McLaren. He's at about 50% maybe of his peak. So what you see from Joe here is amazing already. But when he's 100% on his game, you just can't believe watching him.
Yep. Well said, Jonathan. That is
So
for sure the
taking it
truth.
easy going in because of his recent injuries is Joe McLaren, but he's still going to be top 5 for sure, top 3 probably.
He looks great, though.
You know, 50%
He's
of
definitely
his
got his Joe swagger on.
Joe crosses with a 16.98. I sometimes think Joe's just kind of easing up to let the rest of us feel like we're doing better than we actually are.
We had Josh Bird on the follow cam, so we'll get to see some of that footage later. We couldn't quite get our remote cameras in on the broadcast, unfortunately, but thank you, Josh. Working the follow cam, that's awesome. Yeah, Joe. Woohoo! Coming back home.
Just wait till I get
All right, anybody? JVH board? JVH board. Let's hear it for Jonathan. Getting up to the top of the ramp.
Jonathan is getting out from behind the mic and getting on the skateboard, kind of like Joe just did.
I just put whatever was on my board.
All right, good strong pull in. Making it across the course there, that second cone.
They don't call him the fastest librarian in the world for nothing.
Jonathan Harms. Crossing the street and pumping up the hill. This is going to be a good time.
Woo! All right.
Get a 15.889. 15.889. That puts him in 3rd place.
Wow. Moving into 3rd there. That's pretty cool. He seems pretty happy about that one.
Top of the order here.
Yeah, so we're starting at the top of the order again after that.
All right, so looks like on that second run, the first place on the second run time was Mr. Joseph Kyle Smith. All right, Scott Kamen, you may have stopped at one of his stores on the on the highway here, Mr. Bucky the Beaver. We got Clemens. This is the way they do things in Wakanda.
So Joe's working furiously to get some results up here for everybody to take a look up on the screen. So bear with us for a minute. We'll get that up for you soon. But meanwhile, here comes Scott. Yeah, we got some costume riding going on here. There we go.
Skateboarding fun. One cone down there on the uphill, and he crosses the line with a raw time of 19 points.
I remember one time in the past he actually had a skateboard that had carpet or some sort of roadkill.
All right, so here we have our top 10. We got Lou Statman, followed by Joseph Kyle Smith, Jonathan Harms, Josh Bird, Joe McLaren, Lynn Kramer, Richie Carrasco, Sarah Bird Compton, Issa Ruiz, and then Bobby Thomas.
Rounding out our top 10. And then in the end, though, we'll be averaging 2 of the fastest runs together,
Correct.
And that will actually determine the final placing.
All right, great recovery there.
So you might notice there's a theme going on here with the Kamen brothers. They both got their suits on, adding a little extra color to our fun event here. There you go. One last thrust. Well, it's a little bit of a challenge here at the finish line, actually, because after they come through the intersection there, the course actually starts going uphill ever so slightly, and so they really got to work for those last several cones there to keep their speed and make it through the finish line as fast as they can. We got Ben Buckles here again, cruising down the road. He's got his nice blue helmet on. Oh no, had a hard time on that cone. Kept it together though. It's okay if you hit it, just don't miss it. If you miss it, that's a DQ, so better to hit it than miss it. And I think that's what he did. Just plowed right into that sucker. Looks like we got our hostess with or our host with the most on the ramp, Ricky Bird.
It's called the Ricky Bird ramp, designed by this man right here. All right, Ricky, are you ready? All right. All right, Ricky's in the
All right, here comes Ricky.
into the offsets.
Got a follow cam on him.
Got Joseph Kyle Smith with a follow cam coming through.
Across the street, clean, and up the hill.
Looking clean so far.
Takes it up the
All
hill
right, looking good.
Great run
Ricky.
there.
with a raw time, 17.941. Clean. Yeah, Mr. Bird. He's a little bit over 21.
Fully legal.
All right. Bobby, ready? All right, Bobby Thomas is ready. Go out to the beach.
Next up, we got Wake Nation, Bobby Thomas.
That's his famous battle cry.
Wake Nation, baby.
He's charging that chorus.
Coming across the street, clean, and making
All
it
the
up
way
the
from
rise.
Cincinnati, Ohio area.
Great run there for Bobby Thomas.
Nice.
Across clean in 18.068 seconds. All right, Frankie.
We got Frankie.
Another member here.
Frankie Rosario coming through.
Skateboard slalom team.
Frankie is one of the USA Slalom Skateboarding National Team riders, qualifying last month from Texas.
Makes it across the road. Into the offset.
Looking good so far. Oh, getting a little bit late there. Oh,
Frankie's blown out of the course.
Too bad.
It's like she got a little bit late there and just got off of her line. So unfortunate there for Frankie. We'll take a look back and see if we can see what happened there. So you see her come around this cone here, just get a little bit late, and then just kind of pull it back in. So unfortunate for Frankie, but great run. We got Chris Favero coming through.
Alright, make his way across the offset cones here. Feedback going smooth. Cleaning up this run.
Great run there for CFAB. Looks like just getting one cone at the bottom, but 17.05, so good run there for CFAB. Next up we have Marcos Silsby Monroy.
Texas Outlaws.
Texas Outlaws, Texas Sizzler head organizer.
Marcos Silsby Monroy.
Been in the slalom scene for a long time. I know he's been coming out to the Luna races here in Mississippi for a really long time.
Marcus is always a big supporter of the other races as well. He doesn't
For
just
sure.
put on his own, but he tries to go to all the other ones too, and that's super awesome.
So far, so good. He's made it across the street. It's going to be a really good run for Marcos. Cleaning it
Great
up.
run here for Marcos.
Yeah.
17.515.
17.5 for Marcos.
Definitely to the wall.
Good job.
Jeremy Kaufman. Currently in Louisville.
All right, we got Jeremy Kaufman coming through. We have Chris Larson coming up here. Chris Larson is a Mississippi local. He's been looking really good.
Yeah.
I'm not sure. Do you know how much he's raced before, Maria?
Not very much. I haven't
Yeah.
seen much of him in any of the other race results, so I think I know he definitely comes out for the Luna Jams because
Right.
this is right in his own backyard, right? We have a few racers on the circuit that really don't get to travel much, but in fact, the Luna race hasn't been continuous like the Texas scene has, but it's really cool because they've been doing it for the last few years, and they're back with a vengeance, right? The Bird family is back, and
Right.
and their regular traditions with them. Pretty cool stuff.
Got Paul Graff coming through.
With a raw time of 17.568. With 3 cones down. All right. Next rider up. Living in Nashville, Tennessee. Mr.
Right, now we got the hometown hero, Josh Bird, coming through.
All right. Horse is ready.
All right, Joe, do we have a good nickname for Josh yet?
I don't think we do.
We're going to have to work on that.
We will.
It's going to have something to do with speed.
Yeah.
I'll think about it. We'll get Richie in on this. He'll do something. Wow,
Wow,
no
great
kidding.
run there.
Looking good. Woo.
15.5. Wow. I believe
job.
that's the second fastest run. We'll take a look at this replay here for a minute. You just see how fast and powerful he is. He's having a really good line there. Really charging through the finish line. Great run there for Josh. Next up we have Jen Copa. Jen's been killing it lately. Newer to the scene. She's been only riding slalom for about a year or so now.
Yeah, not even a year yet. She's still under a year and just like so enthused and so on it. She wants to go to everything, and she is going to most things.
Yep. And even qualified to go to Rome.
She's going to Italy.
Yeah.
Heck yeah. So excited for Jen. She's just came onto the scene in a burst of energy, and she has just been burning bright ever since.
Next up we got Sarah Burr-Compton. Another one of our national riders.
Yeah, we got a lot of national riders here, and it's amazing. And Sarah's been missing from the scene for a while too, but she is totally back with a vengeance, just like Isa Ruiz, who is also on the national team. Raced when they were younger girls, and now they came back in the
Good run there
30-something
for Sarah.
crowd. Still killing it. Wow.
Another member of the USA Slalom Skateboard Team, a medalist from the World Skate Games in Argentina. Isa Ruiz.
Yeah.
All right, coming down here next, we're going to have Isa Ruiz. I got Sarah Burr-Compton here with me. Sarah, how are you doing?
I'm doing great. How are you guys?
Doing good.
Happy to be here.
Yeah, we see Isa coming down here. What do you think of Isa's run right now?
She is killing it. She is flying right now, trying to pump uphill. Getting it, Isa. Yeah.
Great run there for Isa. Great run for you too, Sarah. Yeah, how cool is it being here, kind of in your hometown, being the hometown hero?
It's funny to have a lot of familiar faces around the hill, people I grew up skating with, people that came to my dad's shop when we were kids, so it's really fun. It's really, my whole fam's here as well, so it's a blast.
Yeah, it's awesome. And it's, you guys were doing, you guys did the first Luna back in like 02, 03?
Yeah, I think I was in 3rd grade.
So it's been a little while. You took a little bit of a hiatus, but you guys have been back at it for 3 years now?
I think, yeah, this is year 3 that we're back at it, so. Yeah, it's been a blast.
Yeah, it's been super cool. This is actually the first one that I've ever been to.
Is it?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
So yeah, I'm super happy to make it out here. Always wanted to come out to one, but just never was able to make it. So
Here comes Lynn powering through. Lynn is powering uphill right now. She's absolutely killing it. Yeah, Lynn.
Lynn is just so powerful. It just doesn't matter.
So powerful. It's you know, I'm glad that I'm within a second of her. That's like a big milestone for myself.
Yeah, for sure. We were talking a little bit earlier about your new project, Stoke Slalom Collective.
Yeah.
Do you want to tell everyone a little bit about that?
For sure, yeah. Stoke is something my brother and I have been dreaming up here lately, as we just see a need for more content out there in the slalom, about on YouTube, on social media. So it's been a blast to just come to races, vlog it, get everybody's perspective, bring people what a race weekend looks like on YouTube. So it's been really fun to put together.
Yeah, it was really fun watching that first one, and I know you got some more plans. So here we got Lou Statman coming down. Lou is our current leader, I believe, with a 16.607.
Wow.
Second fastest raw time of the night.
I guess Lou had his Wheaties this morning.
I guess so. Yep, it looks like Lou Statman currently, followed by Josh Bird, Joseph Kyle Smith, Jonathan Harms, Lynn Kramer, and then Joe McLaren.
Look at that.
And then Richie Carrasco. Here comes Richie Carrasco here now. Richie looking good. What do you think the key is to this course tonight, Sarah?
It's really learning to manage the top and the technical giant that's at the top. And then also being able to recognize when you have to switch gear and really turn into pumping, which is not typical of a giant course. You're usually able to just kind of flow it out a lot more. But you really have to switch into the pumping gear as you get down here at the bottom.
Yeah, for sure. So we just saw Richie Carrasco coming through there. Richie had 2 cones there at the bottom, so not going to be Richie's best run, but Richie looking good. Richie's looking fast tonight. He's been dealing with spinal stenosis that's really been hindering his racing, but this is one of the best I've seen him race in a while, so definitely getting better.
Yeah, he's definitely improving, but he's got a ways to go. Here comes Mr. Joseph Kyle Smith.
Joseph Kyle Smith coming through.
Well, that's well said, Jonathan. I couldn't agree more.
15.261. That is our fastest time of the night right now, ladies and gentlemen.
Wow.
That is going to be real close. Kyle and Lou are in a pitch battle for first place. We got 2 riders left. We've got
Wow, it's getting down to it, folks.
and we've got Joe McLaren if he's going to take another.
This has been a really great night. There have been really no technical problems on the race end of things, and we haven't had anybody going down, and that's always a good thing. Have a really nice weather. It's beautiful out here.
Mr. Harms, the world's fastest librarian technician.
Great way to kick off this event under the lights in beautiful Brandon, Mississippi. Like, the weather's awesome. Really nice. Nice stuff.
Looks like our course is ready. Mr. Harms, okay, here we go.
So we're down to it. Are you going to take your 3rd run, Joe?
No.
We
Yeah,
got
I'm
Joe
going to
for the
skip my
duration.
3rd run. So this is going to be the last run. This is Jonathan Harms. Jonathan Harms up there toward the top. I believe he is currently in 5th place. So we'll see what happens here.
Yeah. We've got a raw time of 15.952, and that run didn't look clean. Wow, that's beautiful.
All right, so it sounds like that might bump him up. Let's see here.
Wow.
Yep, it looks like that did bump him up.
Some fast people that just came flying back by.
All right, folks, so that's the end of
So that will end the Giant Slalom here. We are going to have the results pulled up here for you guys to take a look at in just a moment.
awesome. Thanks for all those great spectators out there. It was great to skate in front of you. We appreciate you being here.
So let's see, it's 8:40 regular Mississippi time.
11:30 tomorrow, so come on out. It's highway to tight tomorrow. 2 big disciplines in 1 day. Through racing, side by side. Okay, so
I'm waiting for those averages to come in. Oop, looks like we might be getting an announcement.
A-class in 8th place. The ground bomber himself, Mr. Richie Carrasco.
All right, we're going to have the times up here for you in just a moment.
Joe McLaren in 6th. Lynn Kramer in 5th. Jonathan Harms in 4th. And in 3rd place from Mississippi, Roadkill Racing, Josh Bird. In 2nd place, the man from Haas, Joseph Kyle Smith himself. And in 1st place, by a 10th of a second, Texas Outlaw, teammate JSM Lou Statman.
Wow,
I'm sorry, a 100th of a second, not a 10th.
that's even more exciting. Hundredths over tenths.
Racers,
In B class, we got Frankie in 8th, Jennifer Copa in 7th, Ben Buckles in 6th, Ricky Bird in 5th, Chris Favero in 4th, Bobby Thomas, 63, he's in 3rd place in B class. Issa Ruiz in 2nd. Somehow I ended up in 1st, I'm sorry. Hey, and in C class we got Kevin Kamens, Scott Kamens, Chris Larson, and Jeremy Kaufman. Paul Graff in 1st place. You and Joe? Jeremy Kaufman in 2nd, and Chris Larson in 3rd. He hasn't been into a race for 13 years. Congratulations. So the award ceremony is tomorrow night. So
we're doing a little switcho changeo over here, trying to get a connection to show you some really cool graphics that we got coming up here. Show you the final results. Prosperity. Wow, that was insane.
Alright, so we got the results up here for you guys. Sorry about that, we were having some difficulties getting those loaded up. So we have Lee Statman in 1st place, followed by Joseph Kyle Smith, Josh Bird, Jonathan Harms, Lynn Kramer, Joe McLaren, Sarah Berg-Compton, Richie Carrasco, Marco Soulsby Monroy, Issa Ruiz, Bobby Thomas, Chris Favero, Ricky Bird, Ben Buckles, Jennifer Copa, Frankie Rosario, Paul Graff, Jeremy Kaufman, Chris Larson, Scott Kamens, and Kevin Kamens. So congratulations to everyone. Great racing this evening. A lot of good racers out here. It was a great course, good runs.
For sure, and beautiful weather.
Beautiful weather, yeah, and we have a lot of people, local people from Brandon out here hanging out, spectating, so always fun.
On the other block, I think they're having a big street fair, so there's a lot of people roaming around, and I heard some music earlier too, so I'm sure they have live music over there.
Yeah.
Maybe we can go hit up that party.
I know, right?
Yeah.
Might take off here and enjoy your time off before tomorrow morning.
Yeah, no kidding.
So that will end our coverage for tonight. We'll be streaming tomorrow. In the morning, we're going to have head-to-head hybrid racing and then single lane tight slalom racing tomorrow in the afternoon. So stay up to date with the updates from Luna Slalom Jam on their social media platforms. And yeah, thank you everyone for tuning in, and we will see you guys in the morning.
Yep, come back tomorrow. We'll be back.
Awesome.